more light on here. Maybe y'all can, I'm gonna turn it on brighter. There we go. Maybe y'all can see. I'm out from my bridge stealth camp, and let's see. I was gonna set up a chair so I can sit down. I got my hammock here. Let's see. I don't know how much of my location you can see. Captain Jack, glad to have you here. Traveling Tiff, hey my buddy, how's Thailand? Titan, glad to have you in here, Titan. Legendary Princess. Just coming in here to say I hope everybody has a great Friday night. So far, Princess, it's a wonderful Friday night. I'm out here right next to this legendary bridge. You can't see much now. You can hear a little bit of traffic. That's it. I think I turned my mic off. You can hear the traffic, but you can't see much of the bridge because it's pretty dark here. Up at the top, I am, as you can tell, I am under a overlook platform. Got my little Lido bulb hanging right there so I can see a little bit. But I'm under an overlook platform, but it's 175 steps, really steep down the side of this mountain. And then right below me, probably 5 feet from here is, 5 feet from where I'm standing is a huge rock cliff. So they built it all the way out to the edge, and I'm up under here. So hopefully, if anybody comes down here, there's been a couple come down here, but I was up in the parking lot then. But hopefully if anybody comes down here, I can hear them before they get here, because there's 175 steps that they have to come down. So, but also right at the top of these steps, just over from that, I am in the newest national park. It's the New River Gorge National Park, which is the United States' newest national park. I think 2021 is when they made it a national park. But so the national park office is right up at the top of these 175 steps. And there's signs that say video surveillance and all that stuff, but I haven't seen any cameras down here, so hopefully not. Nobody's bothered me. Let's see, who else do we have in here? Oh, Rick Whitson, how's it going, man? Glad to see you in here. Zach Brown, Thundar lives. Yeah, you know it. Cat, you have no signal? I don't know about brave, I'm just crazy. Something's not right up here is what it is. JC, glad to have you in here. Jaden, glad to have you in here. Well, hello, Heidi. How is it on your side of the country? Hammock Hangers podcast. Awesome. Glad to have y'all in here. If you hadn't heard, I'll talk a little bit about the bridge here in a few minutes. I need to get a chair set up. Well, shoot. Let me show you what I got. I don't want to get too far out here. I'll show you. I told you right in front of me was a cliff. Oh, sorry. All right. Right over there, that is a cliff. It just goes straight off. It's a rock face and goes straight off. And then right down here, all this rock goes, well, as you can tell, you can't see anything down there, but it goes straight off. Let me take my light and shine it over the edge. See, shine my light over the edge. See there? There's nothing. So it's, let's see, I'll show you. That office, if you see that light right there, that's the office. So I'm kind of hidden from it, but I'll show you what I got. There's my setup. There's the steps. That's the overlook. And there's my setup. And yeah, you know it, Dutch Ware Chameleon. And inside, a wonderful hammock gear, 20-degree top quilt. I got to turn this light off. Turn you guys back around. All right, turn. Well, that light don't want to turn off. Bear with me a second. All right, that's off. We better put that light up. It's too bright. If you know who Camp Like a Boon is, you'll know someplace a headlamp will get you in trouble. And so we'll put that up and we'll just use this old Lido bulb. But I don't know if I'm gonna set my, I might set my chair up for a little bit. If I can find somewhere. Ooh. Set my phone up just a second. I don't want to lose it though. Let's see if we can do this. Well, it's kind of hard to set a chair up. I should have set that up before, but I've been a little busy trying to get stuff set up and avoid people coming down here and in the parking lot. You know, I want to be quiet. Kind of hard to be quiet like this, so I got an idea. Nope. All right, let's see. See who else we got in here. Titan, glad to have you in here. Indian Hemlock, how's it going, Hemi? Too much caffeine today? JC, no. I'm just always a little spastic. I'm crazy in the head. Rick Whitson, chicken fried. I guess so. Cat and Jag. Thing is right up there. You're just living life, and that is admirable. I don't know. I'm just got out of the house and drove just over 2 hours to come up here to New River Gorge and get in a bridge camp for the Stealth Camping Alliance Bridge Challenge. And when you see the bridge, it's an epic bridge. It is actually the longest single steel span in the Western Hemisphere. It is, sorry, I'm fooling with this chair. It is also the third highest bridge in the U.S. So it's pretty good. And they do have a walk that you can do up under the bottom of it, all the way one end to the other. But it's a little more than what I want to pay to walk 807, I believe it's 876 feet above the ground. So I'll let them do the bridge walks. If they offered it for free, I might do it, but I don't want to pay $80 for it. Let's see, Heidi's here and there. It's rainy, 48 degrees. Mob, you're too nice. Nah, I'm not too nice. I'm just me. With me, what you see is what you get. I don't normally change. Well, no, I never change. Like I said, what you see is what you get. You meet me in person, this is what you get. Not much. Sin Rider. Hey mate, I'm still camping about rural and outback NSW, Australia. Awesome. I want to go to Australia. I just haven't been yet. Rick, I hope it's a good video. I hope it's a good video. We'll see. Anna, glad to have you in here. Hope you enjoy the live. It's been a long time since I've done a live. And I'm way past due on one. So I figured since I had a chance, I'd do one tonight. Oh no. I'm glad I have good life insurance out on you. Yeah. My wife's checking up on me. I don't think you'll need life insurance tonight. I brought my whistle. And I don't think a bear's gonna climb up that rock wall. And I'm not gonna fall off it, so. All right, I'm working on this chair, sorry. Mob scared to go outside. No, you got to get outside. That's where you live life, outside. You can't stay holed up in a house. I wouldn't make it. Sin Rider said, that's bold, awesome. Mob, I don't touch grass. Well, there's no grass here. There's mostly just rock. Maria, glad to have you in here. I may be a little late on the, I'm pulling a Tony from Random Adventure 2.0. I'm way behind in the chat. I'll catch up though. Anna, I'm not making anything for dinner tonight. I was gonna make 3 cheese macaroni and saute some Spam and put in it, but my wife went and got pizza, and so I had a little over 2-hour driving up here, and I ate pizza on the way up. So now I'm not hungry. So don't guess I'll be making dinner. Okay, Rick Whitson. I'm fixing this chair, so bear with me. You want to know, where am I tonight? Well, I am right next to the, I'll get this chair in a minute. That's not working though. I am right next to the New River Gorge Bridge. I'm at the bottom of their overlook that's down the side of the cliff. They've got 2 overlooks. They got an upper one and a lower one. And I am up under the lower one. Let's see. Yeah, Maria, I will enjoy my camping. I always do. What's the weather like here? Well, it was 50 when I pulled in, but it has dropped a good bit. I'd say we're probably mid 40s maybe is what it feels like, but there's a lot of wind blowing, so. All right. Y'all just gonna have to bear with me a second, because okay. I'll lay it right there. I gotta fix this chair. All right, now I can sit down. Now we can all relax. Let's see, what's the weather like? Yeah, it's windy, and I'd say it's probably mid 40s, just my guess. But I think I'll be all right once I get in the hammock. Plus, I brought a puffy too, a down puffy, so I'll be all right. Carl Simpson, glad to have you in here, my friend. Bayou Pete, how you doing, Pete? I saw that big catfish you caught. That was awesome. One day I may get down to your area and get you to take me out fishing. Rick, I would love to go to Cherokee. I was just down at Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg this last weekend, but I didn't get to go fishing. Hello, Glenn. Glad to have you in here. Yeah, Glenn, I wanted to stop by and give a like. That reminds me, if you want to give me a thumbs up, just double tap the screen, and it'll pop up there. Heidi, yeah, it's good to see you again too, Heidi. I haven't done a camp in over a month because I couldn't do the last one, and then I was busy working on a job and everything happened. I just couldn't get out and camp. So this will be my first video in over a month, but I'm gonna hopefully start getting 2 out a month is what I'm gonna try. Yeah, Sinrider, I really want to see the countryside, the outback in Australia. I chat back and forth with a few creators that are part of Stealth Camping Alliance and are in that area. I'd love to go over there. Yeah, Rick, if you got a video out, I'll definitely watch it. It may have popped up and I didn't see it because I've been busy, but I'll look for it. Yeah, Heidi, this looks like a cabin, but it's not really. It's overlooked. There's no walls. Yeah, Rick, I hear Cherokee's a good lake to fish on. I've just never been. Hello, Skeeter. Did you catch any fish today, Skeeter, other than that stick fish? That was funny. Tim617, glad to have you in here. Yeah, Bayou Pete, this is a pretty good spot to watch that bridge. From here, you really can't see the cars going across it because I'm probably a couple 100 feet below the top of the bridge. You might see a little bit of their lights coming across there. But yeah, it's an awesome bridge. Caught one and missed two. Okay, Skeeter, what I want to know is the one you caught, was that the stick fish, or did you catch catfish? But wait a minute, you was bass fishing there on that one pole, wasn't you? Or one rod. That's what I want to do, is go bass fishing again. Which, once it warms up, I'll try to do some kayak bass fishing. I keep listening for people, but I don't think we'll have to worry about anybody else coming down here. I'll just have to go up in a little bit and check on my truck. I came down, I went up, I came back down, and I'm gonna go up one more time and come back down. It's 176 steps each way you go, so I'm getting my exercise in. Yeah, Rick, the thing about making videos, if you go look at my first one, I was behind an airport here in West Virginia, but I was in the woods behind an airport. I didn't show anything. I just showed the hammock and the woods and a building right there across the fence. And that was about it. But if you start, it gets better. Hey, Tiff. Yeah, I saw you. I saw you on there before. Um, that may have been the bridge. Oh yeah, that's the bridge. That's cars going up. I'm gonna put my AirPods in because this wind's blowing. That'll help get rid of the wind noise. Yeah, Skeeter, you caught a catfish and a stickfish. I saw the stickfish. That was funny. I don't know if they're going to connect or not. I can't even talk. But maybe these AirPods connected and cut out the wind noise, so y'all don't have to listen to that. Yeah, Rick, if you're making videos, just the main things: go out there, have fun, and go out there, have fun, and get what footage you can, and put it out. The more you put out, the better they get. And after a while, you'll end up with more people than what you thought wanted to watch your shenanigans and watch what you do. Yeah, Skeeter, I know you had a lot of wind all day long. It was blowing like crazy. Yeah, Rick, I'm worried about his eye, but I've had the same thing, blood vessel bust. I've had it a few times. I think mine, I don't get stressed out, but I was told that stress would do it. So I might have got stressed out and I didn't even know it, because I'm normally pretty laid back. My wife could definitely tell you that. Yeah, Skeeter, I knew you lived pretty close to him there. I camped with him down in Hancon. That was a lot of fun. Him and Stitch both. Hey, Rick, you're into knife sharpening. Make videos of that, or sharpen them live. People watch that stuff. People watch anything. Y'all watching me, and that's pretty bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, Tiv, I haven't been able to watch your last video, but it looked like a good video. I'll try to catch up on that as soon as I get back from this and get some other stuff done. I'm behind on watching videos. I've been, the only way I watch Skeeter's lives is I turn it on while I'm working, put my AirPods in and listen. Let's see, Heidi, do I have plans for spring? I really don't make plans. You know, I've got a few places that I want to camp, but you know, it's just a matter of getting there and doing it. But as far as spring, uh, Tony's having a meetup up there at Knoebels, and was going to try to go to that. But other than plans, that and going to my daughter's college graduation. But that's late spring, early summer, late spring. And then camp when I can. Okay, so Rick, your video's about sharpening knives. I'll definitely go watch it. I've got some stuff to sharpen knives with, but normally my knives, well, the knife I carry all the time is Kershaw, and that's my everyday carry, and normally I'm cutting wire with it and wood with it and everything else. And so when I need to sharpen it, I just roll my truck window down, sharpen it on top of the truck window. It works good. But I'll definitely go watch your video. Tiv, you quit following everybody? Well, I'm glad I made the cut. But you've been doing a lot of camping, though. That keeps you real busy. Yeah, Rick, I try not to go, when I go to Pigeon Forge, I like to go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, which is supposed to be the biggest knife store in America or the world, one. But I like to go down, I like to look at all their knives, but I like to go look at their sharpening stones and all that. I just try not to buy a bunch of them. Yeah, Tiv, I'm glad you follow me. Which I try to watch every video you put out. I think I'm one behind right now. Yeah, Rick, if you're good at sharpening knives, have fun with it. Just enjoy it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. Let's see. Roadhog. Hello. Welcome in, Roadhog. Glad to have you in here. But I am trying to find a puffy because it's getting chilly. Let's see. I'm going to set y'all right here for a second. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. There we go. It's going to be windy. I may have to hang up my tarp on this side to block that wind. Who knows? Once I get in that hammock, I'll be all right. And if it gets too cold, I got a jacket up there in the truck. I'll just climb the steps and go get it. All right, look at that. All's good in the neighborhood. Hey, Tiv, your videos are awesome. You don't have to be too critical about them. Anybody that can work a camera and it looks like a drone's following them around, that's pretty cool. And y'all, if you're in here and you see people that you are not subscribed to and they look interesting to you, go over and subscribe to them, because there's a lot of stuff goes on between the people in this chat. You got Rick Whitson's got his video out sharpening knives. Traveling Tiv camps all over Thailand, has some really beautiful spots. Let's see, Bayou Pete fishes and camps. Let's see, who else we got here? Roadhog, I'm not sure. I need to check you out, Roadhog. I don't know if I'm subscribed to you. But if I'm not, leave a message on one of my videos and I'll definitely subscribe. Any of you, if you watch my video, leave a message. If I'm not subbed, I will sub. Let's see, who else? Heidi does a lot of book reading and some interesting stories. And she's good at it. So that's Heidi's here and there. Let's see, who else? Then you got some others that do, like, I'm sure that, I think Maria, Anna, I think they do lives. Sin Rider does, if I remember right, Sin Rider does camping. I'm gonna mess around and get myself in trouble here. Cat and Jack does lives. You can go on her live and watch Jack sleep. He's good at it. And we've got Hammock Hangers podcast. I don't know if you're still in here, but Hammock Hangers podcast, they do a lot of really good interviews. Go check them out. That's always a good podcast. Let's see here. Yeah, Rick, I'll look you up on Facebook. Let's see where we're at. Going to, well, let's see. I missed some. Roadhog said, glad to be here. Rick Whitson, going to bed. Good night. Yeah, I don't have any black stones. I don't believe black Arkansas stones. I just got one good set, and then the rest of the stuff I've got is not too good. Everybody telling Rick good night. Mike Swinyard, glad to have you in here, buddy. Greetings from Brooksville, Florida. I've been to Brooksville not too long ago. Let's see here. Roadhog, Rick, you're the best. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, Heidi, I like to go on your videos and listen to you read. That's fun, relaxing. Rick Wilson said, Bo Pete, you guys are the best. Life is great. Bo Pete's awesome. Pete's my buddy. Skeeter, how am I doing? Well, I waited a little bit too long to put on this puffy, and I think the wind about got to me because it's zipping through here pretty good. So I got a little chilly, to be honest with you. But I'm starting to do better now. Yeah, Mike, I plan on being there next year. And me and Tony and Paul and Stitch. There's a bunch of us camped right there in one circle together. And I'm thinking that circle next year is going to be quite a bit bigger. Hopefully we got Nick and Pete there, at least. A few more. So HangCon was a lot of fun. That was my first HangCon. And I hope I can definitely go to the next one. Traveling to you. Yeah, when you come to the U.S., we definitely have to get together. We'll find somewhere exciting to camp. I think there's a few places we could go. There's a lot of woods, but I like the woods, but I like stuff like this too. Yeah, Heidi, you called him Skeeter, the mechanic. It was. Yeah, Mike, I think my hammock was right there across that little stream right by the bridge. I think a lot of people passed my hammock. Quite a bit. You should have came and hung out with us. We kept a fire going. Y'all don't believe that wind's blowing? Look at that. I've got my winter tarp with me. I may put my winter tarp up and close up at one end. I think I'll do that next, because I gotta cut that wind down a little bit. It don't help that I'm right on the face of this cliff though. That wind's coming out of that gorge and right straight up this cliff face. Yep. Either that, or I might go ahead and climb in the hammock early. Oh, let's see here. I had to set my chair up against those poles right there because I don't want to fall off a cliff. Let's see. Alright, turn this light down a little bit. There we go. It's not as bright. Yeah, Mike, I left early Sunday morning, but that's because I had an 11.5-hour drive and I had to work Monday morning. So I didn't get to stay for the rain. Let's see, I better hold on to that. I don't want to lose it. I'm scared something's going to happen to me like what happened to Hidden Hammock when he was in Auckland. He was camping beside the cliff, right on the side of the cliff, next to the bridge, the big bridge there in Auckland, and lost his shoe in the river. So I'm trying to hold on to everything so I don't lose anything. Yeah, that wind's gonna be a booger tonight. But I got a cool bridge that I can listen to traffic on. And don't have to worry about animals. I don't think I'll have to worry about people because I don't believe with it cool and wind blowing, I don't think they're gonna come down here. Hey Tiff, how long do you think it'll be before you get back to the U.S.? You say one day, but it'd be nice if you just come over for a visit or something. Mike, I'm using the same hammock tonight that I was using at HangCon. It's a 20-degree Dutchware Chameleon, and then I've got a 20-degree hammock gear top quilt. Well, hello, Chad. Glad to have you in this live. Not much going on. I'm just sitting here running my mouth, passing a little bit of time. Wind's blowing. It's starting to get pretty chilly, and so, whoa. If you see the camera shaking, it's because it's chilly. But I'm here. I'm going to tough it out. Yeah, that happens, Tiff. I've done that myself. I lost some good footage and never did get it back, but I ended up with I think my video that time was like 18 minutes, but it was all right. It turned out to be a half decent video. Outdoor Happy Brenda, glad to have you in here. Outdoor Happy Brenda is normally on Tony Random Adventure 2.0's lives on Sunday nights. Susanna, a proud single mother. Good evening, how are you? Glad to have you on the live. I'm just in the middle of, well, not in the middle, I'm kind of in the southern part of West Virginia at the New River Gorge Bridge, doing a bridge camp for the Stealth Camping Alliance Bridge Challenge. Heidi, I didn't know that, but I think the last chomps I had was down at HangCon, so it's been, that was January. Yeah, Tony eats a lot of the chomps beef sticks. Yeah, Tiv, I've only had 3 hammocks. I had a Sun Year, which I never camped in. I ended up giving it to a friend that all his stuff got stolen, and so I gave it to him. And he's a pretty good sized guy, and I think it said it had a 600-pound weight limit, and so I figured it worked perfect for him. It was a little bit too big for me because it was an XL double hammock, and so when I got in it, it was way too much material for me. And thought I heard somebody. Hold on just a second. Okay, maybe not. All right. But yeah, I had that Sun year, never camped in it. I gave it away. Uh, I was tent camping, and then I went to a hammock, and I bought a Hennessy, and the only two I've had is the Hennessy and this Dutch Wear Chameleon. But the Hennessy's comfortable. It just, you know, you have to carry, in cooler weather, you have to carry an underquilt, and then I was just throwing my sleeping bag in it, unzipping it and using it as a top quilt. But that's why I got this Dutch Wear Chameleon, and once I got it, it's super comfortable, and it's really warm. And I like the fact that you can customize it a lot. But yeah, I don't think I've ever even laid in a warm wind. But now your setup always looks really good. Um, Tev, if you want a really super comfortable hammock, uh, and you don't have to have an underquilt, I know in Thailand most of the time, it's on your camps anyway. Most of the time you're hot. Um, Check out Majestic hammocks. Corey makes a super comfortable hammock. But you know, cooler weather, you're gonna have to put a underquilt under it. But then again, Dutch Wear gear, it makes this quilted chameleon that I've got, and it's super comfortable too. And it has the built-in quilt, so that works perfect. Heidi, that's hilarious. Be careful where you park at night. Some folks have had their catalytic converters and tires stolen by local hillbillies. I have a friend in Pennsylvania that parked to go camping, and when he came back, his Suburban was really loud. They cut his catalytic converter off while he was camping. My truck's parked in the national park parking lot, right there in front of the office. Well, hello, Carl Simpson. I didn't know you was in here. Glad to see you in here. Never used a hammock, always tent camped and cowboy camped. I've cowboy camped a couple times. One time I was on a rooftop, and the reason I cowboy camped then was because if I put up a tent, I would have been seen. There wasn't anything to hide behind, so I cowboy camped just a sleeping bag. But yeah, Carl, you get a chance to climb in a hammock, you ought to try one out. Just make sure it's a good one and you can lay diagonal so you lay flat. Yeah, Heidi, I've heard of that, but hopefully my catalytic converter's still there in the morning when I get back up there. I'm gonna go check on my truck here in a little bit anyway. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna cut this light off though. I don't know, can y'all see that? Let me turn this back around. Flashing lights down there maybe? Oh, no, wait, that may be. I can't really tell. Somebody may build a fire way down there in the river, but oh no, that's a train. we get to see a train way, way down there. That might, let's see. I definitely want to stay away from that cliff, but let's see here. Maybe we can see it over here. Nope. It's disappeared. That's how far down there. That's how far down there that river is, though. Or, yeah, the river. We'll see if we can see it. Because there's a train track that goes right beside the river. Well, there may be too many woods. I can't see it. That's that house. Oh well. We'll get back in here. Let's switch colors, apparently. We're green now. Alright, sorry about that. I thought we was going to get to see a train way down there in the bottom. I didn't know what it was to start with, but it's a train. Oh, I've seen Billy on your camps, I believe, Tiff. Tell Billy I said hi. Jeanette M., glad to have you in here. Welcome to the live. Well, Brenda, if you're going to do a marathon, I really do appreciate it. I could use watch hours. I've got almost enough watch hours, but I could use a few more. Yeah, Carl, I actually sleep a lot on my side, but in this quilted chameleon, I can roll, as long as I'm laying diagonal, I lay flat, so I can roll over on my side. It don't bother me at all. Well, hello, Stitch. Welcome in. Glad to have you on the live. You will see I did schedule this one, so I didn't pull a fast one on you. Yeah, Roadhog, I'm green screen. Hey, green, yeah, green face. Not quite Hulk, though. My muscles are a bit squishy. Let's see. We got blue. We can switch colors. We don't want that. We'll go back to red. Yeah, sorry about jumping up on you a while ago. That, here it was. That, I just looked up and I saw flashing lights down there. I didn't know what that was. Actually, it looked like a flashlight right over here close to me. I thought somebody had already eased up on me. Mike on 69. Hey Mike, how you doing? Glad you made it into the live. How's it going down in your part of the country? Hopefully a little bit warmer than here. It's just cool enough that if you see the phone shaking, that's my hand. It's just cool enough that I'm right on the verge of being chilly. But it's just my hands that's chilly though. Yeah, Mike, you working? I'm sorry. I'm playing. All right, T, have you missed where I'm camping? I am camping under, let's see if you see that. I'm camping under an overlook, the lower overlook at the, I didn't mean to do that, at the New River Gorge Bridge in West Virginia. And you can look it up and see what it looks like, or the video will be out the end of the month for the challenge, and hopefully you can see what it looks like then. 44 degrees in Mobile. I'd say it's 44 or lower here. I think tonight it's supposed to get down, I think low is 39 is what they said. But then after that they said possible snow in higher elevations, and this is higher elevations, so who knows. Yeah, New River Gorge is beautiful. Chad, I have been ran off by the police, but that was at Marion, and that's just because I pulled in the wrong parking lot. I was at the state mental hospital, and I meant to pull in the parking lot next door, and I pulled into their parking lot. And I got out the truck and I walked over to the other one to see how I could get over there. And when I did, I came back to my truck, and they were around my truck trying to figure out who I was and what I was doing. How about a cup of coffee? I would absolutely love a cup of coffee right now. And I could make some, but I'm on a live. But when I get off the live, I'm probably gonna make some coffee. So yeah, they didn't actually run me off. They just want to know what I was doing. Parked there, and I said, well, I meant to go to the next parking lot, and I was in the wrong parking lot. I hadn't set up camp or nothing like that, though. Yeah, iced coffee. I don't think I want iced coffee right now. I think if I could get my hands on a real cup of hot coffee, I'd be all right, though. As a matter of fact, it's when I get off this live, it's only a mile the other side of the bridge, and then it's just up the road to Mount Hope. I may run over to the store and just get me a cup of coffee. They have Sheets over there. They have good coffee. Maria, good to see you. Yeah, you finally made it to my live. I finally had a live. This is the first live I've done in a long time. But I had time tonight, so it worked out. How long am I doing these challenges? Well, we have one every month, and I try to do every one that I can. I missed the February challenge because I was working a lot. But I got the January challenge, and I'm doing this one. So I do every one I possibly can. Ed Chaos, how's it going, man? Glad to have you in here. So if Ed's in here, where is Chris? If Chris is around, tell her I said hey. Hey Stitch, how cold is it in Colorado right now? Good night, Carl. Have a good one. Hello, Matt. Glad to have you in here. Yeah, it's Stitch 2.0 in here tonight. Tiv, I would love to come to Thailand. Um, Come over and get you to take me some of them spots that you've been putting on video. Yeah, Matt. That sign camp, that hammock kind of caught me off guard, which I knew better. I was using those uh, cam jams because I had the Hennessy hammock and it has the ropes on it, and so I was using cam jams because it was easy to deal with, and I'd been using them for about 2 years, and then one of them decided to break and put me on the ground quick. But that was a fun camp though. 49 in Denver, that's not bad at all. I'd say you're warmer than I am right now. Chris is sawing wood. Well, Ed, tell her I say hey whenever she wakes up. Don't wake her up and tell her that though. I don't want to be on her bad side. Yeah, Mike, somebody said coffee. Go ahead and rub it in, because I could use some. Yeah, Mike, I looked at those new beetle buckles, but I think I could take a little piece of that strap and make mine work the same way. I think I'm going to modify mine until I see Dutch again, and well, until I see Vicky and Vicky talks me into buying the other set. Yeah, Matt, I'm glad that didn't happen to me. That's why I always do a sit test before I climb in it. As soon as I get it up, I sit down in it and make sure everything's good and secure. But yeah, it could have waited to break, and I'd have been all the way asleep and hit the ground. But then again, that wouldn't have been on video either, would it? Nobody would know, because if that happened and it wasn't on video, I wouldn't have told anybody. I'd just fixed it. I wouldn't said anything. Mike, you don't have to do that. But I did see where you bought me a cup of coffee. Thank you so much for that. I could definitely use it right now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get a cup as soon as I get off this live. We're over an hour anyway. Yeah, Ed, when I hang a hammock, I try to look under and make sure, just in case it was to fall, there's nothing that's going to injure me. If there's sticks or rocks or anything like that, I try to ease them out the way. Yeah, Stitch, I think I will, because that's what I do anyway. I just take my finger and put behind it and flip it the same way and normally pull it down, but I can see where that would make it easier. Yeah, Mike, somebody else told me that the superior buckles slipped, but they said it depended on what strap you were using. And I'm using the webbing from Dutchware. It don't slip at all. Chad, do I pre-plan my location? No, I was actually going to do this camp at a different bridge, and my wife suggested this one, and I hadn't even thought about it. I thought it was, a little farther away than what I could get away with, and she suggested it, and it was perfect, perfect location. So I'm here. Um, the craziest location I've been in, really don't. The craziest situation was at Crab Orchard at the parking ride. Uh, Maybe not the craziest location, but it's the craziest situation because I was car camping in the back end of my truck and I had my bed cover rolled up, enjoying some fresh air before I went to sleep, and this guy walked over to my truck and decided he's going to reach in and see what he could find. And what he found, he didn't want to find. So yeah, that was probably the craziest situation. Yeah, I don't know, Mike, about the Superior Gear buckles. I haven't used them. That's just what I was told. That it depended on what strap. All right, Heidi. Have a good night. Stitch, that's a good idea. I don't even do that though, which mine don't slip. I normally just roll mine up and then use like the last foot or so to wrap it and pull a loop in it. Like, well, let's see. I'm here with mine. I can show you how I do mine. Right there. There's my. There we go. That's it. And that's the way I tie them. And then that's it. I just like everything up off the ground. Excuse your spelling, Mike. It's all right. I'm pretty good at spelling, but sometimes my iPhone changes what I actually write. Yeah, when I was using the Hennessy with the ropes on it, I would always do a half hitch on it, just in case. But this one I don't. It don't slip a bit. Well, Mike, if I typed right now, there's no telling what it would say, because I got cold thumbs. I don't know if I can see the weather on my watch or not. I don't even know if I can see my watch. Stay there, light. Please don't roll off. Yeah, we're not going to try that. I don't want to lose this light. It's my favorite light. Yeah, Maria, I've got hand warmers up in the truck. Actually, that reminds me. I'm going to throw some hand warmers down in my foot box. That tends to warm the feet up pretty good when you climb in a hammock. Yeah, I got a pair of gloves in the truck too. it was, like I said, it was 50 degrees when I came down here. Hello, Turtle Fur. Glad to have you in live. Stitch, did Tony use the one wind straps? Yeah, Chad, that's if you see cars crossing there, that's all the traffic crossing the New River Gorge Bridge. It's slowed down a lot from what it was earlier. Hello, Haley. Glad to have you in on the live. Louie, the pooch is at home, probably curled up sleeping right now. I couldn't bring her on this one, especially with that rock cliff right behind me. That wouldn't be good. Haley, you want to see the bridge? Look for the cars going across it. You can see them in the background every once in a while. You want bridge content? You will get bridge content when you watch the video. It's too dark. There's about the only light you get is when cars go across the bridge. And I think that bridge is 3,300 feet long, if I remember, and 876 feet tall. The longest steel span arch in the Western Hemisphere, and it is the third highest bridge in the U.S. So there's your bridge content. Ed, I don't know why it would reject a super chat. I have no idea. Do not know. Yeah, Mike, I think One Wind has two different kinds of straps, though. And then, of course, Superior, I'm not sure. Yeah, Louie, the pooch is doing good. She's fine. She's a diva, so she's at the house. Stitch, I am not hanging under a bridge because this bridge is secured by Homeland Security, and the ends of it have chain link fence around it and cameras, so I am not hanging off the bridge. I wanted to, but I'm not ready to take a ride. So I'm right next to the bridge at the newest national park in the U.S. and the national park office is actually at the top of this bunch of steps, 176 steps up the side of this cliff, and I'm parked in their parking lot. And so I'm down here all the way at the bottom, up under the overlook. As you can see, let's see, that's the overlook right above me, and I'm under it, and there's my hammock. And I'm just sitting here on the edge of a cliff, which is right back there. Let's see, there we go. But it's okay, you missed 50 minutes. You didn't miss a whole lot, it's just me. Yeah, Todd, I thought about that. You put that video out, and right after that, they came out with a challenge. I was like, man, that was an epic video. That'd been perfect. You could always do a re-edit on it and upload it again for the challenge. You'd probably win the challenge because that was a good bridge video. Any stealth camping video that gets Steve Wallace to comment on it, that's a good video. And if any of you don't know who Camping with Champion is, that's my friend in Alabama, does some awesome camps, good stealth camps, and y'all need to go check him out. Todd Champion, Camping with Champion. All right, Skeeter, yeah, you got to get up early in the morning, so have a good one. Sleep good, quick. That's weird. Oh. Sound like somebody was playing a horn and it was the wind off that truck. Alright, I thought I heard something. Yeah, Mike. I don't think your strap slipping is karma. Everybody laughed about that. I laughed myself after I got up. It wasn't funny when I fell, though. Yeah, Todd, I'm going to try my best to be at HangCon in January. HangCon's awesome. We had a really good time. And the funny thing about HangCon is, you know, I go places and I see people, I'm like, you know, I really don't care to be around them. But I didn't find anybody at HangCon that I just did not want to be around. It's like everybody got along good and it was a good time. Okay, if y'all want to know who this is that's making these comments, that's my daughter. I don't know how I look like a Bohemian Rhapsody music video, and I do have lighting. I have cool lighting. I have good lighting, I just don't want it bright because I'm stealth camping. So I have to stay low profile. Yeah, Mike, I plan on being a hang con. All right, Maria. I'll be warm here in a little bit. I get out of this wind, I'll be good. Yeah, there you go. There's the green. I don't know, I just like the red. But you know, people say that red don't show up good. This low level white light shows up less than the red, because I had, where was I at? I was up here somewhere camping, and I had my hammock set up, and I had my red light hanging on my ridge line. And I drove over to the next mountaintop, and I could see my red light all the way across there. So yeah, they show up pretty good. Which the red light, it looked like a tower light or something, so I guess that'd pass. Is that any better? If you don't like one color, wait a second, you'll get another one. I'd say if somebody walked down here tonight, it'd scare them to death me talking, because they can't see me. And it's super, super dark out here. Well, we've went a little long on this live, and I'm sorry. I think I'm going to cut it short. Well, not short. I think I'm going to cut it off and get me a little coffee in me, and I think I'm going to call it a night and go to bed. So, I'll give y'all a minute if you got any questions or anything before I cut this thing off, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, Todd, I'm just using my phone. There's a way that I can use my Pocket 3, but then I have to also use my phone, and if I'm using phone, I just go ahead and use it. So it works good. Or, well, works like this anyway. All right, Road Hog, thanks for coming in. Have a good one. And Camping with Champion, Todd, have a good one. We'll catch you on your next video. Mike, thank you for the coffee. And you have a good night. And hopefully work goes good. All right, good night, Ed. Don't wake Chris up. Good night, Chad. And Haley, I will read your text. I just can't read them while I'm on live. So if nobody's got anything else, we're gonna close this thing down, and I'm gonna see if I can warm up and block this wind. So y'all have a good night, and we'll catch you on the next one, or either on your videos, on your lives. And we'll see you then. Yeah, good night, Stitch. I don't know about dreams. I normally don't dream. I just sleep. So, but anyway, y'all have a good night, and we'll catch you later. We're gonna close this thing out.